Hey guys, what's up? Tim here. Today we're going to work on the Jazzmaster body. All we're going to do today is apply 2 coats of polyurethane. So what we're doing is the Minwax polyacrylic clear satin. So we'll take a microfiber rag, make sure all the oils from the hands are wiped down. Just do a nice gentle wipe over the whole body. I have it elevated right now on a box, on the box of gloves. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to be able to get to the edges with this first coat. I'm not going to do the underbody of this yet. I'll do that after it dries, but I want to make sure that my top coat and side coats are all done at the same time. Okay, once you have that, give it a little bit of a shake, or take a screwdriver here, open this up. And you can see it's kind of like a milky texture and color, or milky color with a smooth texture. So stir it up a little bit more, just a minute here or so. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to use the screwdriver to apply it over different spots of the guitar body. And then I'll take the applicator and wipe it down. So multiple thin coats. Minwax recommends 3 separate coats to be sanded in between each coat for the best finish. So we'll follow their procedure and see how it turns out. Let's take a look at how it looks close up. So this is, again, this is the Warmoth Jazzmaster body. It's been stained with 3 coats of the Minwax semi-transparent black stain, but as you do multiple coats of the stain, it turns pretty much solid black. So this is what I wanted to see, and I'm pretty happy with it. So enough talking, let's just get to putting the polyurethane on this. This will help protect it, keep the color looking nice and new as the years go by. That's what polyurethane is good for. Also gives it a sort of a weatherproof finish. So if you spill anything on it, you'll protect the wood from from getting any soda, liquor, alcohol, beer into the wood. Okay, so like I said, stir this thing up. I'm going to apply it with the screwdriver tip. We'll sort of dab some out on the body of the guitar as we go here. Then we'll take the applicator and smooth it out. So you don't need a ton. This stuff goes a long ways, especially when you're doing light coats. So you're going to do light coats on this thing. You're going to build it up. You don't need to do it all at once. Having too thick of a coat could potentially leave high spots, or just making it look uneven. So you'll just want to do this nice and slow, nice and easy. Okay, so we'll take the applicator, clean applicator, and we will just go with the grain as we try to apply it evenly to the surface. Okay, nice and gentle. Just make sure it's getting into all of the body grooves and stuff like that. You'll want to work relatively quick. I mean, if you're outside, even quicker, but we're indoors in the studio right now, and pretty cool inside here. I've got the air conditioner going, so I'm not too worried about this stuff drying out right away, but you still want to work relatively quickly with it because you want to give it a few seconds to sort of level out on its own. That's one thing that the polyurethane does naturally on its own, is it finds what is level for the body. So it is doing that on its own. Now, quick note, the applicator did soak up quite a bit of this that I put on. So I'm going to have to add some more to it. We're going to have to do this pretty quick to make sure we get a good even coat on our first try here. Okay. Alright, so that looks a lot better. We've got a good coat on every part of the top here. Okay, give it one more brush, gentle brush, just to make sure everything's even. Now take a quick look and see if there's any fibers in any of this, and if there is, try to get those out before they dry. So maybe this pad, there are some fibers from that pad on there, and might not have been the best choice for applying. It's not too bad, but it'll be something that I'm gonna notice for sure. So let's see how many of these we can wipe off here gently. So now that I'm doing this, I'm seeing a lot of it getting picked up. A lot of the fibers from that applicator picking up off the top here. I'll show you a bit closer. You can kind of see it yourself. Let's see if I can get it without as much glare. Yeah, you can see that pretty good now. It's pretty fuzzy. So, well, it's not the end of the world, because what we'll do, we'll take some very fine sandpaper, probably 400 grit, and once this dries in about 30 minutes, we'll go over it again. We'll try to get as much of it off as possible with the sandpaper, and then we'll hit it again with the polyurethane. So the only thing that might happen is we may end up taking some of the stain off once we hit it with that sandpaper. But we'll see. We'll give it a little break here. We'll let it dry. We'll go grab some sandpaper out of the garage, and then we'll try it again. So the sanding process is just to eliminate any, or to knock down, let's say, any high spots. So you're just doing some very light sanding, nothing, I mean, I barely have enough pressure to keep the sandpaper in my hands, just barely enough. So we'll find any high spots and make sure those are sanded down before applying. All right, so we'll let this sit, we'll come back, we'll do the sides, and then we'll start doing the back. All right, hey gang, I'm back. And that's Lila. That's my pup. So, to recap what we've done so far, we've done 3 coats on the top, we've done 2 on the sides. So today we're going to flip it over. we're going to prep the back, sand it, and start applying the polyurethane on the back. You can tell the back is still just has a matte finish, hasn't had anything done to it yet, but we're going to get it to look like this. And we're going to fix that little run on the side right there. So we'll do that, yeah, we'll do that right now. Take the sandpaper. I'm just going to try to work that edge down before we throw one more coat, which will be the final coat on the sides here. So we will knock that little run down. That's why it's important to keep your eyes peeled for stuff like that. I missed it yesterday, but easy enough to fix with some sandpaper and another coat of polyurethane. All right, so it's getting close. Wipe that down. And looks like we took a little bit of the stain off, but we can patch that up when we're getting ready to do the final side coats. So there was a little bit of polyurethane that we got on the back side of the guitar yesterday. We'll try to just wear that off really quick. And again, you want to sand in the direction of the guitar. So anything you don't like, make sure you sand before. If there's any hard edges or grooves around this side of it, make sure you knock those down before. Coat number 2 on the back of the guitar. This time, quick sand to knock down any high spots. And then we'll wipe it off and we'll do another coat. We've done 2 coats on the back, we've done 3 on the front. I'm happy with where everything's at. So we've got a black body, we've got a nice stained finish, and pretty good polyurethane coating here. The last thing I do want to do is do one extra coat on the sides here. So we've got one last coat of polyurethane along the sides here. Gonna be hard to see, but it is a nice and light coat. I don't think we're gonna need to do anything else besides let it sit, and we'll come back and check on it in a few minutes. Here's the final, here's the body with all the stain on it. You can take a look at the sides, everything's pretty smooth. 3 coats of that polyurethane from Minwax, the clear satin, and this thing's looking pretty cool.